Close your eyes and listen. Water taps gently against iron hulls. An accordion sighs from a distant quay, and somewhere in the fog a gull gives one lonely cry. You know instantly that Paris is half awake, wrapped in damp cotton. It is here, on the Canal Saint-Martin, that you meet Inspector Maigret, shoulders hunched inside his heavy coat, pipe glowing like an ember in the mist. He is not looking at the water. He is listening to it, as though the canal itself might confess. You have come because a woman is missing. Not just any woman, but Claire Deligny, who guided her barge the way a dancer guides a partner, gliding through locks without a scrape. Yesterday at dawn, her vessel drifted in alone, engine silent, galley lamp still burning. Some swear they saw her silhouette on deck, a white scarf fluttering like ectoplasm, then nothing. A mirage, they muttered, shrugging into their collars. Yet the story spread faster than cigarette smoke. Is it possible for a living woman to turn into canal fog? Maigret asks you to walk with him. Every few steps his boots grind the gritty towpath, and each crunch feels like punctuation. He wants your fresh eyes, he says, someone unburdened by neighborhood gossip. You wonder whether he truly needs help or simply company. But you fall in beside him, breathing the mix of diesel, coffee, and wet rope that defines this hidden artery of the city. Where would you disappear if you wished never to be found, yet long to remain close enough to watch? The first stop is a smoky cafe beneath a peeling sign that reads shadowy. Inside, chairs perch on tables like cats on windowsills, but the owner is awake, counting coins. When Maigret nods, Odette pours you both coffee as black as the canal at midnight. She speaks in a voice roughened by decades of Gauloises, telling you that Claire argued with her brother 2 nights ago. The word inheritance drifts across the table like ash. Do you taste bitterness in the coffee? Or is it in her story? Back outside, the fog has thickened, dimming the street lamps until they resemble coins sunk in dirty glass. You and Maigret pause at a lock where the sluice gates moan like old dogs. He points to the wet bricks, a faint line of moss showing where yesterday's waterline sat. The canal has dropped a hand's breadth overnight, he says softly. Why would someone drain water in the dark? You imagine a shape descending, rope between teeth, hiding something heavy. A body, or merely truths nobody wants afloat. The day unspools in measured scenes. A lockkeeper with eyes the colour of rust insists he heard nothing unusual, yet his fingers drum the rail in a jittery rhythm. A teenage deckhand admits Claire treated him like a son, then wipes tears on a sleeve that smells of tar. Each story adds a stitch to the tapestry, and you begin to see the outline of greed hiding behind filial piety. Still, no hard evidence surfaces. Does water know how to conceal clues better than any accomplice? Afternoon yields to a bruised sky, and the accordion returns, now closer, playing a waltz that feels slightly off-key. Maigret retreats to the harbour master's office, spreading charts like tarot cards. He asks you to look for anomalies, anything that whispers rather than shouts. You trace your finger along the canal's narrow bends until you notice a side basin seldom used, marked inactive due to maintenance. If the main water level dropped, could the missing volume have slipped into that forgotten pocket, carrying secrets with it? Night falls like ink tipped from a bottle, and lamps on barges shimmer into existence one by one. Maigret's plan is simple, yet perilous. A dive. You volunteer before doubt can intervene. The inspector studies you, pipe bowl glowing, then nods. A harbour diver named Julien lends you a suit that smells of rubber and river weeds. As he fastens the helmet, he murmurs, Remember, the canal is not deep, but it is blind. The sentence coils inside your mind as cold water folds over you. Down below, sound becomes vibration, and light is reduced to pale ropes from the surface. You sweep a lamp along the basin floor. Broken bottles, a rusted bicycle, the inevitable shopping cart, urban fossils in silt. Then, half buried beneath a torn tarp, a steel strongbox catches the beam. You tug, heart hammering. The lid gives, revealing documents wrapped in oilcloth and a pearl earring still clasped to a shred of flesh. Claire's. A current of dread surges through you stronger than any undertow. She didn't vanish. She was erased. Breaking the surface, you gasp icy air scented with diesel. Maigret is there, hands steadying you, eyes asking questions you cannot yet form into speech. The strongbox thuds onto the key, and under the lantern's glow, the documents reveal a family enterprise drowning in debt, insurance policies naming Claire as the last barrier between solvency and ruin. Her brother's signature appears beside forged dates. Motive means opportunity. They line up like freight cars. You wonder, will the canal forgive you for pulling this darkness into the light? Dawn creeps in, sweeping the fog aside like theatre curtains. Police boats cluster around the basin, their blue lights muted by morning grey. Claire's body emerges soon after, caught beneath a sunken cleat, white scarf still tied as if she meant to board the air itself. You stand with Maigret, both silent, watching her lifted onto the deck. He taps ash into the water, a small tribute. The canal answers with gentle ripples, neither accusing nor absolving. Does justice ever feel more than partially complete? As crowds gather on bridges, rumours swirl faster than the current. Some claim the canal still holds Claire's ghost, guiding lost barges home. Others whisper that water remembers every crime and will retell it on nights when fog erases the city. You pocket a shard of pearl from the evidence table, unsure why, perhaps to remind yourself that tragedy is never entirely impersonal. When Maigret sees, he simply nods, as if agreeing that memory sometimes needs something solid to anchor it. So, what stays with you after the sirens fade and the accordion falls silent? Maybe it's the realization that water is a mirror, showing people as they really are if you look long enough. Or perhaps it's the slow, patient way Maigret listened, proof that empathy can be sharper than any spotlight. The next time fog folds around your shoulders, you might hear a faint splash and wonder, is that the canal speaking, or is it just your conscience echoing in the dark? Either way, you will listen.